Welcome back to Half Moon's Pick, and I am boogieing. Got my little boogie bomb here. I play a popular game called Fortnite. My son, who I try to interact in his world, join his, games and things like that. I'll mention more of that at the end of the video, but right now, let's win some more money. Last week I went another 5-2. I've been burning it 3-1 in my video picks. 3-1 even in my leans, 2-1 on my under and overs on my Twitters, and 5-1 on my my teasers as well. I give you all this information all for free, just to win some money. If you would have bet every single bet I did, you would have turned out to be 13-4 last week. I won the top of my ATS Pick'em League, which it's a free for fun pool that we do on Yahoo, and I actually tied with 4 other people. I tied with 2XL, a guy I work with. He said, I just joined it just to try to beat you, and he's doing well, actually. He's like 13th place. I'm in like 19th place, Just, I make my picks, and then I don't go back and change them. I'm like, oh, I didn't bet that, but, I'm going to pay more attention at the end of this season, so sorry about that. Bridgewater's finest, also, he's another prognosticator. He won as well. And J3, he's second place in that Pick'em League. It's fun, I have a good time. First time winning it this year, I think. Let's see. I had a bunch of great games this week. Oh my goodness. 2 defensive games I like the most was that Chicago game and that Seattle game. I love defensive games. You watch a game, like the Jacksonville game, and you're like, I bet the under. I think it was like Thursday night game, and Jacksonville just couldn't tackle. You got a guy just running right through you. Oh my goodness. It's like, can you tackle somebody? And just, score to score some of these games. It's like, okay, Kelsey got another touchdown, but the defensive struggle games, are more, strategic and they're fun to watch, in my opinion. But plus, when you bet a teaser on those, you just bank on them as well. So, let's see, I think that is it. Let's go over I'm not one of those people that gloat like for 10 minutes in their video on how well I did last week. It's just not me. I go back and see what mistakes I did. So that's, I know when I have a bad week, you guys are all flaming, but the last, 3 weeks, you guys have been really nice to me. Other than one guy saying, do I eat paint chips? No, I don't eat paint chips. They said, oh, you got to lose. Well, I didn't lose. There's always that one guy, Yeah, and that, whatever happened to that one guy, he says his cat picks better than me. But where's his cat picks, man? I'm ready to put some money on his cat picks if he's doing great, So I'll just say it. Anyway, enough ranting. See, what did I do wrong in my video picks last week? Again, my first pick. Last week I picked New Orleans. They ended up losing to Dallas, and then this week I picked Houston. They ended up losing to Indianapolis. You try to get those teams that are on a streak, and then it seems like when I bet on them, the streak is ended. So Houston, they took their first loss in I think 10 games, and then second pick I told you picked Chicago, Seattle, and Cleveland. All 3 of those teams won and covered. So just to Houston. So, no one wins all the games. So I get it. So my leans, I told you pick Green Bay, Dallas, New Orleans, and the Chargers. The Chargers, you're playing Cincinnati, a backup quarterback, and AJ Green's out, and they're so depleted, and you keep it a close game. I don't get it. It was a 14-point spread. I couldn't lay any money on the Bengals. That's just me. Just ain't happening. But I can see the backup, it wasn't too bad, but Chargers, I don't know, I think they just overlooked the Bengals. I think they were the 7th ranked defense, and they just they scored 3 touchdowns on you. I don't get that. It's one of those things. See my Twitter at 2-1. I told you to pick Detroit and Arizona over 40. It was like 3-0 all the way to the end of the game, and then Arizona, you know, I'll talk about that game a little bit more. You know, pick six. Just Detroit's offense is just so bad. It's so bad. I've been saying how bad they are since week 1. You know, before the game in week 1, if you go back all the way to week 1, I'll tell you how bad the Detroit Lions is. You know, no one believed me. It's like unbelievable. But I told you to pick the Rams, Chicago under. I knew that was going to be a defensive struggle, and they had it at 51 points. That was an easy one for me. And then same Denver, San Francisco, same thing. They had a high 45, and I knew it was going to be a defensive type of game. So those, you know, and again, I wanted the Seattle game under, but no, you know, I said I got to put one over on there, and I picked one of the Lions. What? I'm done betting on the Lions. Just let you know, I might put them in a lean. Just let you know, I like at 1-3 on Lions games this year. You know, just so when I pick the Lions, you know, just ignore that. Just so this year, I'm done betting the Lions. I'll tell you my prognosticator information in the lean section, you know, of the Lions and what I think about it and rant about there. Kind of ranting a little bit more now, but you know, why not? You know. So and my teasers. Again, the Chargers were the only one I lost to. I gave you a Miami, which they won and covered. Most of my, you know, teasers, they would just, if you would played them outright, ATS would have won. So except for the Chargers, God forbid. So, you know, Miami won and covered, Indianapolis won and covered, Oakland won and covered. You know, and plus I'm getting all these points, man. They're just like easy peasy, you know, teasers. New Orleans won and covered, and Baltimore won and covered. So all those teams, you could just play to ATS and won. I played a 7-team round robin last week and just banked. So what I did, I took my 4 video picks I gave you plus my 3 unders and overs from Twitter and came out 5-2, which you know, you hit that 5-team parlay on a round robin, and that's money in the bank. So big money there. I stopped making videos because I think I'm going to get ready to cash out for the year. No, there's still more football, more money to be won. I love it this week. There's a couple games I don't understand the spread on, which I will go over here shortly. And let's get on to week 15. My 4th pick of the week, my upset pick of the week, we got the Philadelphia Eagles traveling to the Los Angeles Rams. The Philadelphia Eagles are a 9-point road dog. And this game basically just says, hey, that's just way too many points. It's the highest point spread of the week here on 2 good teams. You got Philadelphia struggling, looking outside, you know, from the outside looking in on the playoffs. They're currently the 8th seed, and they just want to make it in and get maybe a wild card. And the Rams, their 2 games, they're sitting comfortably in seat number 2, and just behind the Saints. And they're 2 games ahead of the next person, so they are in there comfortably. They could lose actually 2 games and still have the 2nd seed. So neither of these teams are good ATS wise. The Eagles are 2-4 ATS on the road. The Rams are 2-2 ATS at home. But you know, and the Rams also 5-6 overall ATS. It's just horrible ATS score. So, and here it is, a 9-point spread on a team that's struggling, that wants to make it into the playoffs, and versus a team who's, you know, basically sitting on a 2-game win streak on 2nd seed in the playoffs. So, you know, they can rest people actually. They got everything clinched. They're going to go in the playoffs no matter what. They're clinched their division. And here's the Eagles coming into town, and they're not a bad team. Just 9 points, man. I saw it was like a 90% vote Rams when they first got the spread open. and then it just soared all the way to 10, almost 10, 9.5. I was peaking. I was like, come on, hit 10, hit 10. I'm laying it. Oh, and then, you know, the Eagles just went back down again. He said, like, oh, that's too much. So now it's more like 60% on the Rams. I was like, oh, I just wanted to peak 10. I wanted to get that number, but no. Looks like it's going to stay steady at 10. It might get a little bit further up as we get towards game day. You might get 9.5. I'm going to try to get it at 10 again. I'm going to keep an eye on that number, but right now it's at 9. Should be plenty. Still 2-score advantage. So take the Philadelphia Eagles plus 9. My third pick of the week, we got the Tennessee Titans traveling to the New York Giants. The Tennessee Titans are getting 3 points on the road. And this is another game I'm not understanding, is why the Tennessee Titans, they got a 7-6 team and on a 2-game win streak versus the 5-8 Giants. I know Giants won their last 2 games as well, but at home they're 1-4-1 in the last 6 at the ATS at home. You know, technically the Giants aren't out of it. You know, they're like 12 seat way down there, but you know, it's highly improbable that they're going to make it. But here at Tennessee's, you know, outside again, looking in, they're in the 9th seat. They want a playoff berth. They're a better team, obviously more wins. They got the number 4 ranked defense. They're 4-2 in their last 6 and 5-1 ATS versus the Giants. So, you know, hey, if you want to give me 3 points, taking the better team, give me the Tennessee Titans plus 3. My second pick of the week, we got the Dallas Cowboys traveling to the Indianapolis Colts. The Indianapolis Colts are a 3-point home favorite. And basically everybody's looking at the Cowboys and, hey, they're 8-5. They won the last 5 games, and they're 3-0 in the last 3 history against the Colts. 5-0 ATS, the last 5. What I look at here, you know, the Dallas, they're in the 4th seat right now in the playoffs. They sit comfortably 2-game lead and in front of the Eagles. Plus, they got the tiebreaker as well. So Indianapolis is struggling. They're on the outside again, looking in. And they're the 7th seat. They definitely want in the playoffs. They're pretty good at home. The Colts are real good at home. They're 6-1 straight up in their last 7. The matchup is what I look at. The Dallas offense is pretty much struggling. They're 23 ranked offense out of 32 teams, 23 ranked. And the Colts defense is looking much better. They're 15th ranked. You know, get there in the middle of the pack. You know. And their offense is 8th ranked. Andrew Luck, I know I said earlier he's struggling, but he's coming on. He's getting on strong. Dallas, they got a great defense. They're 2nd ranked. But I think they can get enough to cover this 3 points. So I'm taking Indianapolis Colts minus 3. And my number 1 pick of the week, we got the Los Angeles Chargers traveling to the Kansas City Chiefs. The Kansas City Chiefs are a 3-point favorite. Looks like Tyreek Hill is might be out. He has a foot injury from last week. And this game is a divisional game. It's a Thursday night game. It seems like the home favorite always wins throughout the whole year. And it's only a 3-point game. You know, Melvin Gordon might come back for the Chargers, but you know, he probably won't be able to practice all week. It's the lack of practice that gets me on those Thursday night games. Kansas City has the Chargers numbers. They're 9-0 in their last 9 meetings. They're 4-0 in the last 4 in Kansas City. And last year they just pounced on it. It was like 30-13. So, you know, I'm taking the home favorite who has the streak. So give me the Kansas City Chiefs minus 3. All right, talk about technical difficulties. First, my battery runs out. Then I run out of hard drive space. Oh my goodness. What can go wrong next? I guess we better hurry this up along. The video's getting kind of long anyway. Let's go over to the lean section. I got some shameless plugs at the end as well. And we just, talk football. I got a handful of leads too to win some more money. I'm doing good on those the last few weeks as well. I'm getting a great idea how these games are going. This is kind of a rough week. So, like I said, just playing it by ear here. There's a couple of Saturday games, so make sure you wake up in the morning on Saturday. Well, actually, these are afternoon games. Saturday at 4:30 Eastern and Saturday at 7:20 Eastern as well. So you don't have to, if you're work third shift like I do, then you don't have to, you have to set your alarm. So Saturday you got Houston traveling to the Jets. This is a 6.5 point spread. It might get to 7. A lot of people put money on Houston. Of course, they're 9-4. They lost last week against Indianapolis. Here the Jets, they covered last 2 weeks for me. They've been doing pretty good. And they're mathematically eliminated, so they're just playing spoiler, and they're actually doing better. So that's 7 points, and you got the Jets at home. Why not take that 7 points and hope the Jets can keep it close. But that's not lean. That's just what I'm thinking right now. I'm going to keep an eye on it, see if it does go over 7. So, all right. Next, is the second game on Saturdays. You got Cleveland going to Denver. Denver is just so good at home. Cleveland's been fighting though. And Denver didn't look so promising last week, but again, they were on the road. They lost last week. So I would take the the home favorite here with 3. It's only 3 points, but Denver, you never know what you're gonna get. But like I said, they're a promising home team. It's almost unfair for anybody coming in there. So next we got the start on Sunday 1 o'clock games. You got Arizona traveling to Atlanta. 9 points. 9 points. Atlanta should not be favored by 9 points to anybody. I don't care. I understand Arizona's the worst team in football. I get it. Even the Liens, 17-3, victory last week. It pretty much proved that, Arizona is horrible. But Atlanta, they look a 5-game losing streak as well. They're 4-9. I mean, who are these guys to give out 9 points? But just my opinion, that's just way too many points. Just keep an eye on that and see if it goes up anymore. Next, we got Oakland traveling to Cincinnati. Cincinnati, they're on a backup quarterback. Driscoll and AJ Green. I don't think he's gonna play. They're a sinking ship. Oakland's been playing pretty good the last couple of weeks. Oakland, they beat Pittsburgh last week. Of course they're at home, and then they fired their general manager Reggie McKenzie after a win. I don't get that as well. They're just cleaning house. Oakland is. So they're just, after you never know. Oakland's been playing better in my opinion than Cincinnati. I might, as a lean, I would say take Oakland plus the 3. Next we got Miami traveling to Minnesota. Man, Miami, they play great at home, but not so well on the road. But they're 7-6, and they're fighting for that playoff spot. Minnesota, 2-game losing streak. And they're coming at home. They're 6-1. They're fighting as well. Both these teams are fighting, and there's an 8-point spread. So, might be a close game. I think it might be a close game. So, I might take that Miami plus the 8. But we'll wait and see. And like I said, there's a few things I'm checking up on that one. Not a lean. Only lean I got so far is Oakland plus the 3. Next, we got Tampa Bay traveling to Baltimore. Another 8-point spread, man. Baltimore, they got a great defense. Their offense, Lamar, he's a running quarterback. Tampa Bay doesn't have that great of a defense as well. But 8 points, that's 2 scores. Again, liking the points. But we'll see how that goes. Then here you go, Detroit. Back-to-back road games against Buffalo. Buffalo's only favored by 3. Buffalo usually plays well at home. They played pretty well against the Jets until they let that game go. 5-8 Detroit, 4-9 Buffalo. Yeah, I'm leaning Buffalo, so my second lean, take Buffalo. Lions, I mean, the game was Matt Prater's, person that score on the Lions. There's 3-0 all the way to the end of the fourth quarter. And then was it Rosen threw a pick six with Detroit, so then it was 10-3 in the fourth quarter. And then the Lions had the last 4 minutes just killing clock. Gave it to Zach Zenner 7 times, straight up the middle, 7 times, 6 yards, 6 yards, 6 yards. Got 40, what do you get? 43 yards, yeah. 6 times, 6 yards times 7, yeah, 42. So we get 43 yards and scored the final touchdown, ending the game with only a few minutes left. So yeah, that's how the Lions won 17-3. So 14 points, don't let it fool you, So, so if it wasn't for that, those two things happened at the end of the game, yeah, the game would have been 3-0. Yeah. So yeah, Buffalo, I think far better team. The defense could definitely stop the Lions, so I'm taking Buffalo minus that 3. So that's my third lean. As well, no, hold on, that's my second lean. My third lean is the defensive game. The Green Bay Packers traveling to Chicago. 6 points. Green Bay's playing well after the firing of the coach. I think they'll play strong, keep Chicago to have that great victory. They're ahead in their division. They're sitting fine. Or Green Bay, they're not out of it yet, but 5-7-1. They're third in the division, so I think they'll give it a go for it. Green Bay usually has a great history against Chicago, so yeah, I'll take the Packers plus the 6. See, next we got Washington at Jacksonville. A lot of people say, oh, Jacksonville, they're just so bad. They just cannot tackle. Their defense is horrible. And I know, you got Josh Johnson, quarterback with the Redskins, and, he played with the UFL. I've never even heard of the UFL, United Football League. He also played with Alliance American Football, another league I never heard of. He's been in and out of the NFL for the last 11 years, so he kind of knows his way in and out, and he's experienced. So you just got to know the playbook a little bit better. Here I'm getting 7 points. Why not? Jacksonville can't stop nothing. So yeah, that's my fourth lean. I'm taking Washington plus the 7. Hopefully, I'm hoping it's going over 7, and it might, but we'll see how that goes. And then we got the Seattle, another divisional game. Seattle traveling to San Francisco. Oh, I got a bit of a horse here. I'm talking so much. Seattle's 5th seat. They're right there with Dallas, neck and neck with the playoff spot. But comfortably, 5th seat. The San Francisco, who's behind Seattle? San Francisco, Arizona. So it's not like they're gonna catch up in the division, but you got the Dallas going neck and neck with them. I'm taking this as a lean. It's only 4.5 points. Traveling to San Francisco. Was it George Kittle? He tied in with San Francisco. Looked pretty good. I must admit, at home, 721 and 7. We got 1 TD, 7 receptions for 21. You could have got a record, but he didn't get any receptions in the second half, man. It's a shame, but San Francisco, they're looking better, but they're just playing, just to play, I guess. They're eliminated, or I think they're still mathematically in it. I'm not sure. No, I think they're eliminated. Anyways, Seattle, yeah, I'm taking that 4.5 points. They've been playing strong with the we got 4-game win streak as well. So next we got the Monday night game, another divisional matchup, New Orleans. Oh yeah, that Seattle game's a lean, so lean be Seattle, Washington, Green Bay, Buffalo, and Oakland as leans. Didn't quite make my top 4 though. Next would be the defensive struggles of New Orleans. But New Orleans, they did it last couple weeks, man. They scared me last week, but they did finally cover. Carolina has lost 5 straight. Whew. They're just on a skid, but 6.5 points. I like New Orleans here. It's under a touchdown, but Man, I'm not trusting this game at all. You know, a good teaser maybe for New Orleans. But we'll see how that goes. That wraps it up. A couple of plugs I want to give. I want to give my son who started a Fortnite channel. If you find the kindness of your heart to subscribe, it would make little boys' dreams come true to be just like me and have 4,000 subscribers or whatnot. And he just wants to start a YouTube channel playing Fortnite. And then my other plug is the Electric Football Show. A great bunch of guys that sit around drinking at a bar, talking football. I'll give the link in the description. I'll also give their little teaser trailer we made last year with them at the end of this video. I've been promising them, I've been doing that for a long time. They're part of the Prognosticator League, so check them out. Links are in the description. Thanks for everything. Let's win some money. See you next week. Peace.
You enjoy placing a few bucks on your favorite team? Maybe try your hand at cards or on the slot? Use me as a reference and click the link in the description below and receive a new member bonus and help support this channel. Bovada, just better. IPTV service with over 2,000 channels, HD and 4K, VOD, PPV, and the Sunday Ticket. 24/7 channels and so much more. All this starting at $10 a month. Go to halfmoon.kstreams.tv to sign up, find out more.